Hi Aquarius, this is going to be a general message for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements as well. Look at your current energy, anyone currently in it, their intentions, predictive outcome, and yeah. Hope you guys are doing well. And let's get these messages. Can you show me the overall energy of this Aquarius collective, please? Nine of Wands. Queen of Coins. One more. Nine of Cups. Let's just get one more, and then I'll start. Three of Coins. Okay, Aquarius. It looks like you have an opportunity to invest into someone or something. I'm getting more of a person though, just because the Knight of Cups is here. However, you don't seem to. I think you're a bit skeptical, if you will. I think you're at a place in your life where you're very secure in your Pentacle energy. So you're very secure in your resources, or you're very secure like in your career. You're just in an overall very stable place, emotionally, physically, mentally, and I think you're a bit weary of letting anyone influence you. Maybe in the past you've been through a lot of upheaval, and it's probably taking you a long time to get to this place of security. And so now that you have new love coming in, or new friendships coming in, or just new opportunities in general, I think you're just a bit I don't want not necessarily confused, just like like not the most enthusiastic, if you will. Bottom of the deck we have King of Wands, the World, Page of Pentacles, and the Devil under that. So yeah, I think it's taking you a long time to close out a chapter of just constantly having to fight and put your foot down, and you're sort of in a graceful period. And I really think you don't want anything to sort of knock you off of this flow that you're in. So we'll clarify a bit more. Tell me about the Knight of Wands, please. I mean the Knight of Wands. Magician. It's been coming out a lot lately. Queen of Coins. Ten of Wands, clarifying the Queen of Coins. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. Two Knights. And for the Three of Coins, please. We have the Justice. Bottom of the deck, Two of Coins, Ace of Wands, Four of Wands. Sorry, Ace of Swords, Four of Wands. Alright, Aquarius. So I think you probably recently have gotten yourself out of a bit of a jam. I don't know what that looks like. Maybe your finances weren't the best, or maybe your mental health wasn't the best, or whatever it could be. I think you had to pull yourself out of the situation. I think you did so through your own power of manifestation, or I think you were just really in a place where you had to make sure that everything that aligns with you was accounted for. And so this is sort of influencing how you're perceiving, because maybe you had to do so much work, or really release so many things so you could finally feel whole again, or in this place of like, in this tranquil place. I think that's maybe why you're like, I'm doing fine by myself. You know, I really don't need other people um in my energy. Like I think you're more of an independent type of vibe. Knight of Cups clarifying the Knight, sorry, Knight of Coins clarifying the Knight of Cups. So you may be working up the courage to move towards someone, or to be open towards the idea of love, or vice versa. Someone is kind of slowly but surely getting to a space where they feel comfortable expressing how they feel to you. I think whoever this is, though, or whatever opportunity that is like emerging for you right now, is very beneficial. It is, well, it fits in your picture. Maybe you don't feel like it right now, or maybe you can't see where, you know, this person or new friend or even job, even with the Three of Pentacles here, fits into your life. But I think that it really does. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, a Virgo, a Libra. We also have, you know, water and earth signs here as well, and also fire signs, but sign doesn't really matter. So let's look at the person you may be dealing with, and we'll get some more information. All right. Can you tell me about the person Aquarius is currently dealing with? The person in Aquarius' energy right now? Temperance. This person could be a Sagittarius. A few more. Eight of Coins. Two more. Seven of Wands. What's that? The Tower. Okay, Aquarius. What do we have here? All right, Temperance, Eight of Coins, Seven of Wands, the Tower. Okay, I'm getting a few different things. So for one, this person could have maybe recently went through something, you know, catastrophic, or that really knocked them off their balance. And they're just now getting back, and they're kind of keeping their head low and doing the best they can to, I wouldn't say keep their heads above water. Like, it doesn't seem like a desperation type of energy, just more so this person, I think similar to the energy you're in, they're also in. I think this is just because um whatever the tower was for them, whatever that destruction or the debilitating instance that they went through, I think it is uh, causing them to maybe act nonchalant, or not let on as much as they would, like, not let you in as much as they want you to know. They don't, keeping it, I don't, not necessarily surface level, but just not letting you get the full picture in a sense. So they may be a bit guarded as well. Um, but I think this person, I mean, I don't necessarily see anything negative, like, uh, in their approach towards you. I just think that they're sort of in a recovery process, and just trying to figure out themselves, if you will. I'm sorry, there's like a dog going crazy in the background, so So maybe this is you, Aquarius, sort of working up the courage to approach them, possibly, with this Knight of. I mean, you have both knights on your side. Um, you could be the one extending the offer to them, like, hey, it's okay to let your guard down. Like, I went through something too. Like, maybe that's, I don't know, I don't want to say trauma bonding, like, that's crazy. But, like, you know, helping them, you're kind of helping them heal in a sense, possibly for some of you. We'll clarify a bit. Tell me about the Temperance, please. Knight of Swords. The Eight of Coins. Take it 3 Wands. Tell me about the Seven of Wands, please. Death. And the Ace of Cups for the Seven of Wands. And what is this Tower on their side? Ace of Coins shows itself. Bottom of the deck we have High Priestess, Chariot, and the Seven of Coins. So maybe this person could have lost an investment or something of that nature. I feel like the Tower, whatever this person has gone through, was more so career related or something that was more physical to them that was completely destroyed, and maybe like they had just gotten it, like I don't know, like, or you just buy a house and it burns down the next day. That's a bit extreme, but sort of in that playing field. And so internally this is, they're a bit shaken up right now, trying to stabilize themselves as much as they can, but also feeling the need to, like, like, you can't stay inside forever type of vibe. Like, you can't, they know they can't hide forever, I guess. So this could also be your energy, Aquarius. So just place yourself in the story as the best it fits. But yeah, I think this person is kind of finding their footing again, cutting their losses, but not coping with I don't think they're coping with whatever they went through in a negative way. I just think they're doing their due diligence and honestly in a more responsible way to kind of heal themselves before they commit to anything. So yeah, again, like I said, this could be you, Aquarius, sort of extending the olive branch to show them, like there's more to life than just being sad all the time. And maybe they can relate to your struggles or see that you've also been through something and you've pulled yourself out of it, and now it's time for you to help them. So this could be a friend, this could be a lover, a family member. But yeah, let's see this person's intentions towards Aquarius. What is this person's intentions? Fill out the table. 2 of coins. Alright, 2 more, please. They're just flying off the table. 4 of swords. One more, please. The Fool. Bottom of the deck, we have 5 of Cups, Hangman, and 6 of Coins. I think this person, their intentions towards you, they seem to be... I think they're a bit undecided. I think they're in between, like, am I better off just staying to myself and, getting myself together with this Four of Swords energy here? Or do I want to, you know, work with Aquarius and, see where this connection can go or rekindle this friendship? I don't think this is really a reconciliation because I don't really have it on the table, but I think that's what the Two of Pentacles represents here. It's like, do they want to just stay to themselves? Like I said, keep their head down and continue to figure themselves out, or do they want to maybe explore the possibilities of building a relationship with you and working with you? So yeah, Aquarius, I'm seeing you as the initiator here in this relationship, or somewhat. And maybe you've been trying to get their attention for a while. I think this person has just had a lot going on, and so they can't necessarily focus on you or really anyone else at this moment. And so, but I think that's a good thing because, sometimes people, they go through things and they like jump in a relationship to heal, or they start gambling, or, people use other things. People don't do, the internal shadow work and the necessary things needed to heal themselves. And that in turn, if if you're the person that is the rebound in the relationship, more often than not, you're going to, be hurt because the person hasn't fully healed. But I like this person's energy because they seem to be very self-aware and very understanding that they need to, fully have their stuff together before they can enter into anything with you or anyone else. So that's a, that's a good thing to have. All right, we'll get some advice for you, and then we'll pull some oracle cards. Any advice for my Aquarius collective? Hierophant. Page of Swords. So the advice we have: Hierophant, Page of Swords, Hangman, Knight of Swords, the World, Page of Pentacles at the bottom. I would say don't stress over this, Aquarius. I think I'm hearing, one, you should get information, and it's not spy on them or be nosy, but like try to be understanding, try to see things from their perspective, try to be just open to like give them the space that they need to come to you, but also when they do come to you, really try to empathize with their situation, because I feel like whatever they went through, it definitely shook them up in one way or another. And I know in the beginning I was saying you Aquarius probably have been through some things and are not, that's why you're sort of fickly, but I feel like that's more this person's energy, to be honest. You do have, Aquariuses are very wise and Aquariuses are very smart. So allow your past experiences and what you've been through, and continue to be an example of what it looks like to persevere and overcome hardships, and just, don't, be like authoritarian and be like, oh, you have to do it like this, because everybody's situation is different, right? But try to understand them as much as you can, get as much information as you can, and just be there for them, I guess. I'll get some oracle, and then I'll let you guys go. Okay. All right, 3 cards of advice for the Aquarius, please. It says prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. One more. Don't let your pride get in the way. Full moon in Leo. Yeah, I think the more receptive that you are to this person, and the more they see that you're someone that they can trust and they can come to in times of need, or, you know, Aquarius are very non-judgmental. Aquarius can have a conversation with anybody, and I'm an Aquarius too, so you know I know. But we can have a conversation with anyone, and a conversation with a fly, and relate to that fly in some way, shape, or form. So just be open. I think it's taking them a lot of courage to want to even be in this full energy in the first place, because I think this is maybe someone who doesn't fully trust themselves, or feel like they can't trust, having trust in, you know, just in the universe, and having faith in general. So I do think the outcome will be positive, but it looks like you should just give them a shoulder to lean on during this time. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here, Aquarius, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and let me know if this resonated. Thanks.